Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to us moving our guineas right here. We're moving them over from their brooder. They're big enough now to join the flock, and we're putting them in the main chicken coop over here. Okay, we got 5 of them. And we're going to see how this goes. There's the other ones right there. Whoa, okay. Can you close the door? So that one immediately flew up there. And here are the other ones down here, just kind of checking things out. They're the new kids on the block.
Ducks are scared of them.
Yeah, the ducks are scared of it. Ducks are scared of everything. Looks like they're just kind of checking things out. So normally, you know, it's like every time we bring new birds in here, usually, you know, there's the pecking order that comes into play. You know, we'll bring in like not chicks, but well, yeah, chicks that where their feathers have come in, and bring them in here, and usually there'll be some pecking going on, and just so that everybody knows who's in charge and where they fall in the pecking order. And so far everyone's just kind of leaving them alone. I can't believe that one's still up there.
It's a scaredy cat.
Yeah. Now this right here, what we did is a few weeks ago we got rid of all of our roosters except for 3, and this one has grown a little bit more, and I do believe that it is a rooster.
It's pretty.
Yeah, and you can tell by those tail feathers right there. At the time it wasn't so obvious, you know, when they're in the stage of being a cockerel, like it goes from chick to cockerel to rooster. It's not so obvious, so it looks like we missed one. Skinny over here is checking things out. The rooster is staring him or her down. Oh, see, there's the first peck that we've observed. So they're going to learn their place, but doesn't look like anyone's too concerned, other than the ducks who are running away. They don't know what to think. Everyone else is up here, and this is kind of how the pecking order actually goes. In another video, I showed you guys this one right here. This is our alpha male. He is a brown leghorn, and these are all of his ladies. Seems to me the ones that spend the most time with him. And then we have this rooster. This is a silky, and he doesn't really act so much like a rooster. He does crow, but he's more of just kind of a eunuch. You know, you never see him going after any of the girls, and he just kind of, you know, sticks to himself. He does have some that kind of follow him, but I've never seen him get with any of the girls. And then our other rooster is over here, and he is an Americana. This is the breed where the hens lay blue and green eggs, and we decided to keep him just because of how pretty he is. You can see he's all black and white, and then he's got the green tail feathers right there. Yeah, we like him. We have some hens right here. These are buff Orpingtons. And then those are some more Americanas over there. So those are hens, and they're the ones that lay our blue and green eggs. And actually, I'm going to check the nesting box over here. Both of these nesting boxes. We do got a couple eggs in there. Got a couple eggs in there. Do we have cartons?
No, not out here.
Would you want to grab some, or?
Just let's do it in the morning.
Okay. We'll get eggs in the morning. Got a bunch down here. Again, I'm not exactly sure why whoever's laying these eggs, why they don't use the nesting boxes, because we got these two, and then we got like something like 8 nesting boxes over there. Oh, here, let's see. Yep. There is one of the blue eggs laid by one of those ones down there. Those are Americanas. You can tell an Americana chicken because they have like kind of like these puffy cheeks. It looks like they have like hair on their cheeks. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let's see, there's one of the Guineas. Oh, peck. Another one of the Guineas. They're all sticking together. Except for that one needs to get over to the group. So, from what we've studied about Guineas, so the main reason why you would want to have Guineas is I guess they're really good for bug control. That's like the main benefit. They eat ticks and whatever, fleas and just bugs in general. In fact, that's where 90% of their food comes from if they're allowed to free range, which here on our homestead, all of our birds free range. So only 10% of their diet's going to come from the pellets that we feed everybody. Right now we have egg layer pellets. They do sell some more pecking going on. That chicken right there, that is a hen, and she is silver-laced Wyandotte. And we absolutely love Wyandottes. They're really pretty, as you can see. She's young, so this is kind of probably her first opportunity to kind of like be over somebody and show somebody, you know, who's boss. Yeah, she's letting them know. Here's our goose. We actually had 2 geese, but somehow one of them didn't make it into the coop. It was one of the nights that one of our girls was closing the coop, and they were still kind of new, and so it was dark. It was like basically impossible for them to get the other one back in the coop, and then she just never came back. So we can only assume that maybe a predator got her. Don't really know. So anyway, yeah, Guineas, they're good for bug control. They're also supposed to be really loud, which I haven't really heard yet, but I guess that's just because they've been in the brooder. So we're going to see as they start to grow just how loud they get. We may actually have to get rid of them if they're too loud. Because, you know, we do have this large property. It's about 2 acres. We have privacy, but we still have neighbors because we live in town. So if it gets to be a problem, we may have to get rid of them. But we're going to try them out and see. So they're good for helping to keep your flock safe, just because they're very, very on the alert. They're very loud, so everybody can hear if there's danger nearby. And yeah, so that's Guineas for you. They're not the prettiest to look at, but it's kind of fun to have some variety in your flock. Oh yeah, they lay eggs. I know that you can eat guinea eggs. I don't know how many of these are female. I haven't even looked up yet how to tell the difference between a male and a female guinea. These actually come from Africa. They're pretty common here in the U.S. like to have as like a bird on your farm or your homestead, but that's where they're originally from. So far, I like them a lot. I think they're kind of pretty, actually. So, yeah, whenever we move over new chicks or a new bird, you know, if we get like the geese or whatever, we'll bring them in here at nighttime. That way they can kind of like get to know that this is home. And then in the morning we'll let them out, and pretty much every single bird that we've ever had, they know to stick around because they know that this is where the food and the water is. So that's not really an issue. The one thing that I am kind of worried about though with the guineas is I guess they really have an instinct to free range and just go wherever. Whereas chickens and everybody else, they kind of stick around close to home. We do have the electric fence up that seems to be somewhat effective with the chickens. There's some that just like, it doesn't really seem to bother. In fact, this guy right here, his name is Toasty. You can see that he's really well insulated with like these kind of furry feathers that he has. So he doesn't seem to be affected too much by the electric fence. Whereas these guys, not so much. You know, they have to make like really good contact with the fence and with the ground, because that's how an electric fence works, is that you can, like, if you're the one being shocked, you complete the circuit by touching the wire with your bare hand and then giving it a path to the ground. So, you know, yeah, that's just kind of how it works. So we'll see what happens with the guineas. I'll give you guys updates. Hopefully they stay here on the property and just, you know, they'll start fitting in with the flock and everybody will get used to them. This is pretty common. Usually when you have newcomers to the coop, they'll just kind of stick together, and sometimes they'll just stick together for the rest of their lives, from what I can see. And of course they stick together based on species. You know, the ducks all stick together. The goose hangs out with the ducks, and they've, you know, as you can see right there, they accept her as part of their group. But usually species usually just kind of stick together. And then like if we had brought in new chicks, you know, even though there's all these chickens and stuff here, the chicks would usually just stick together as a group, at least until they're adult, and even then they still sometimes stick together. So anyway, it's hot. I'm starting to get kind of sweaty. I'm gonna wrap up this video. Wish us luck with these guineas, that just everything goes well, that we don't lose any of them, that they'll get accustomed to the coop and to our homestead. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video if you liked it, hit the notification bell for future updates, and we'll talk to you next time.